Hey guys, welcome back to another braces update. I know I haven't filmed in some time, and yes, I did have an appointment in January at the end, towards the end. So it's been a couple of weeks since I went to the ortho, and I'll be talking to you today about everything that went going on my last update, well, my last appointment and how it went. And so the very first thing probably you will notice is that I got rubber bands. Yes, I did get rubber bands, and I'll go into detail later to tell you more about them. But for now, I want to tell you that, as you know, if you watched my previous video, you will know that I actually had gotten coil springs the last time I went to my ortho, and that was something that I did not expect. I thought I was going to get power chains because usually a lot of the people that I know, whenever they were closing gaps, they would use that to close the gaps, power chains. So to me, it was a surprise to even know what coil springs were and how they worked. And they actually have closed 2 of my 4 gaps, which is so exciting because I didn't expect it to be this fast. It was from, if you follow me for some time, so you know that I had previously extractions years ago, and then just before I got my braces on, I actually got 2 more extractions on the bottom. So the top extractions are completely closed, which is super exciting. My bottom extractions are actually the ones that are still needing some help. I'll show you close-ups of how it's going and what's it looking like, but you will be able to tell that now I have still four springs, but 2 of them are in the same place, and then the other ones are on their own. But yes, I still have them, and thankfully they haven't been a pain. The first week they were completely pain. I could not talk. It was really bad, but thankfully I've gotten used to them by now. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was about my bump bites. So as you will be able to know, like, if you've gotten braces, if you've had braces, maybe your ortho decided to give you those little bites that they put on your molars to help, so that they don't, like, bottom teeth and top teeth, they don't hit each other and your brackets fall off. So I got those removed this past appointment. I did not know that I was getting those removed. He mentioned, like, oh, we're gonna get these out. I think they do that at the beginning so that your teeth mostly get used to it, and also they don't hit each other, like the top and bottom, and brackets fall off. But now my teeth are in a good positioning. My bite is good, which the ortho mentioned, but they still wanted to reinforce having the rubber bands for my bottom teeth, and I'll tell you why later. I will also show up close-ups of how it's looking so you guys can get an idea, and I guess let's go to that right now so that you can see. So here's a close-up of where my teeth are. So you can tell, here's one, and there's the other rubber band. They're engaged on the tooth before the last on each side, and go all the way here. All the gaps stuff, there's a gap right here. It's closed. And here it's closed. This one closed first, and then this one closed second. I still have the coil spring because when I went to the appointment, they were still minor, but as you can tell, here's the double spring, 1 and 2, and then there's the one right here to close those 2 little gaps. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The bites for my biting used to be hair and hair on top of this tooth. So as you can tell, there's a little bit of gap, like they're not touching each other yet, but hopefully in the next few months they'll be closing, or they'll be touching the top and bottom. But other than that, my bite seems to be good. Yay. So yes, I did get rubber bands, and they're actually not that bad. At first I was thinking, wow, whenever I talk, people are going to be able to tell that I have rubber bands. And so to me it was like, oh, I don't want to get rubber bands, and I was a little bit skeptical about it. But once I got them on, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, they're not as noticeable as I thought they will be. Like, Sometimes if you open your mouth a lot bigger than others, they'll be able to tell you have rubber bands, but otherwise they are not that bad. And I'll show you. I got the Eagle ones. They look like this, and they're medium size, so they're kind of on the smaller size, I would say. But it's not like super tiny. They're still very elastic, as oops, they're still elastic, as you can tell. You probably, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they're small, and they're good. I mean, they don't hurt my teeth. I thought they would hurt my teeth, but they don't really hurt my teeth. I've heard a lot of people say that. Depending on the size that you get, of course, it would all depend if it's gonna hurt a lot more or not. So the reason why I got rubber bands is because, so since I still have gaps at the bottom of my teeth, there's still a couple gaps. So if you saw the close up, you'll see that there was like one that's like almost closed, but then the other one's bigger, and that's where I have the double springs. So those teeth are gonna start moving back, pushing back, and so they don't want my bottom teeth to go back too far, and then I have an overbite. So they want those still to keep close to each other. So that's what the rubber bands are for, and I have to wear them all the time, like except when I'm eating or I'm brushing my teeth. But other than that, I have to wear them all the time. This actually was the first appointment that I've been to to my ortho that they did not hurt at all afterwards. Like usually a couple days, or the day off, and then a couple days more after that, I wasn't able to eat, or I wasn't able to do the, eat the same things that I was used to eating prior. But this time it was everything the same. I don't think they changed the wire. They did not change the wire. The wires are still the same. They just added the rubber bands. So overall, I think rubber bands have been good to me so far. I did ask my ortho if he thinks that I'll be using them through the end of my treatment, and he said that a lot of times patients do have to wear them all throughout their treatment. Once they get them, they probably will have them till the end, but it all depends. So he says we'll see. He kind of like mentioned we'll see how it goes, and depending on that, we'll consider whether I'll still have rubber bands later or not. So hopefully, I mean, I would say they are a hassle in a way, because when you go out to eat or anything like that, you actually have to be mindful that you have them, and then you have to go to the bathroom or take them out or whatever, and then you have to go brush your teeth and put it back on and put new ones back on. So that's the only thing different than, just wearing braces, that you actually have to think about putting these things back on in your mouth. But I would say other than that, they haven't been a huge issue for me. I wear them all the time. I've gotten used to them. I actually follow things as it is. Like, he told me you have to wear them this much, and I've been wearing them religiously. So hopefully that's going to help my treatment. And I would encourage you to, that if you have rubber bands, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, and I want to know what are your thoughts on rubber bands. Maybe there's some advice that I can get from you, maybe in the future, if they change the size of rubber bands, or maybe you have different rubber bands. Let me know that too. I want to know what can I expect for the future too, because I know there's people that are probably towards the end of their treatment and they get different rubber bands, different size for different things, and so that's also important to keep in mind. Well, I'll try to make another video later on about braces related, but if you have any more suggestions about what I should make videos of, and it can be braces or not braces related, let me know. Comment below, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts about any other videos you want me to make. I'll be more than happy to look at those suggestions, and probably I'll make one of them, and I'll try for my next update not to be so far out, because this one was definitely very spaced out from the other one. So let me know. Bye bye. See you next time, guys.